Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My name is Haram Tanveer and I am from Chemistry Department. Today I am here to present the topic Cobalt. So let's start the content which includes stat, introduction, history, characteristics, source of cobalt, properties, production of cobalt, isotopes cobalt 60, uses of cobalt at biological role, uses of cobalt at industrial role, key functional properties, companies of cobalt, health effects of cobalt, toxicity, recycling of cobalt, and then last is reference. What is cobalt? Introduction. Cobalt is a chemical element with symbol Cu. Its atomic number 27. Cobalt classified as a transition metal. Cobalt element state is solid at room temperature. Which discovered the cobalt? History. Named and discovered by Swedish scientist George Brandt in 1694 to 1768, first isolated it in 1735. The name cobalt derives from the German word Cobalt, which means evil spirit or goblin. The Greek word kobals, which means mine. The blue color given to glass was previously attributed to Bismuth. Brandt was trying to prove that it was due to a different element which was discovered to be cobalt. Minerals containing cobalt were of value to the early civilization of Egypt for coloring glass deep blue. Characteristics: silver colored cobalt metal is brittle, has a high melting point, and is valued for its resistance and ability to retain its strength at high temperature. It is one of three naturally occurring magnetic metals, iron and nickel being the other two, and the third one is cobalt. It retains its magnetism at a high temperature, 2012 degrees Fahrenheit and 1100 degrees Celsius, than any other metal. Cobalt has the highest Q point of all metals. Cobalt also have valuable catalytic properties. Source of cobalt. How we attain the cobalt? How we achieve the cobalt? How we get the cobalt? As with nickel, cobalt is found in the earth crust only in chemically combined form, save for small deposits found in alloys of natural mixture iron. The stable form of cobalt is created in supernovae via the Aurory process. It comprises 0.029% of Earth crust and is one of the transition metal. Free cobalt means the negative metal is not found in on Earth due to the amount of oxygen in the atmosphere and chlorine in the ocean. Small amount of cobalt compounds are found in most rocks, soil particles, and animals. Properties: its appearance silver gray metal, element category transition metal. Its state at solid at room temperature solid. Atomic mass 58.93 gram per mole. Its density 8.86 gram per centimeter cube. Mohs hardness 5. Melting point 2723 degrees Fahrenheit, 1495 degrees Celsius, and 1768 degrees Kelvin. Its boiling point 5310 degrees Fahrenheit, 2927 degrees Celsius, and the last one is 3143 degrees Kelvin. Heat of fusion 16.06 kilojoule per mole. Heat of vaporization 377 kilojoule per mole. Molar heat capacity 24.8 kilojoule per mole. This diagram shows the complete properties of cobalt. Atomic number 27, symbol CO, name cobalt, electronic configuration argon 37 4s2, atomic weight 58.94, density 8.90 gram meter per centimeter cube. Its boiling point 2927 degrees Celsius, its melting point 1495 degrees Celsius, and the last one its structure. Its structure is crystal. Production of cobalt. Cobalt naturally occurs in nickel bearing laterites and nickel copper sulfide deposits, and thus is most often extracted as a byproduct of nickel and copper. According to the Cobalt Development Institute, about 48% of cobalt production originates from nickel ores, 37% from copper ores, and 15% from primary cobalt production. The ores of cobalt were written in following. First one is cobaltite, second erythrite, third glucodot, and the last one scutrodite. The extraction technique used to produce refined cobalt metals depends on the feed material is in the form of copper cobalt sulfur or cobalt nickel sulfide concentrate, arsenide ore, and nickel laterite ore. Isotopes. There are 30 isotopes and isomers of cobalt that are recognized. The isotopes of cobalt range in atomic weight from 50 AMU to 73 AMU. Naturally occurs cobalt 27 cobalt isotope consists of a single stable isotope 59 cobalt. 28 radioactive have been characterized the most stable isotope 60 cobalt with the half-life 5.2714 years. The second isotope 57 cobalt, its half-life 271.8 days. The third one isotope 56 cobalt, its half-life 77.27 days. And the last one isotope 58 cobalt, its half-life 70.08 days. Now we discuss isotope cobalt 60. Main isotope of cobalt, cobalt 60, most radioactive form of cobalt. It has multiple uses as a gamma ray source, sterilized medical instruments. It is used in radiotherapy. It is used in radiation treatment of food for sterilization, cooled pasteurization. This is the structural diagram of cobalt 60, isotope cobalt 60. Now, uses of cobalt at biological role. It is the only metal that is found in vitamins. It is a critical component in the vitamin B12. It also used for gamma rays because its high energy radiation is useful for sterilization in medicine and food. These pictures show the phenomena of radiotherapy in which we use isotope cobalt 60 as a gamma ray source. Uses of cobalt at industrial role. It is used in making different types of alloys and large quantities of its compound are used in the glass and ceramic industries due to the hardness and tensile strength of cobalt. First one chemical or battery, second magnets, and the third one binding materials. Now we discuss them one by one. Firstly, we discuss chemical or battery. Despite the many uses of cobalt metal, cobalt's primary applications are in chemical sector which accounts for about half of the total demand. Cobalt chemically are used in the metallic cathodes of rechargeable batteries as well as in photochemical catalysts, ceramic batteries and glass decolorizers. Magnets. Cobalt is also used to produce permanent magnets such as the previously mentioned aluminum nickel cobalt permanent magnets. Magnets account for 7% of cobalt metal demands and are used in magnetic recording media, electric motors as well as generators. The last one is binding material. Cobalt is used in hard metals as a binding material. It consumes roughly 12% of the total cobalt. These include cemented carbides and diamond tools that are used in cutting applications and milling tools. And you are already familiar that diamond are used in cutting applications. Now we discuss key functional properties of cobalt. Resist to oxygen. Resist to oxygen. Cobalt is also used in other magnetic steels and stainless steels and in alloys. The metal is used in electroplating, due to which its key functional properties resist to oxygen. Second one, resistant to corrosion and damage. The third one, hard, tensile, and ductile. The tensile strength of cobalt is 800 megapascal. Produced blue color in salts due to formation of charge coordination complete between CO2 plus chlorine. Means the color changes to blue due to the formation of charge coordination complete complex between CO2 plus chloride. Ferromagnetic is the last one. Key functional properties of cobalt. Cobalt is magnetic because it has unpaired electrons that retain its magnetic properties. So, cobalt key functional properties ferromagnetic due to the three unpaired electrons. Means the presence of three unpaired electrons. Companies. Cobalt refining often take place outside the country where the ore of cobalt concentrate is initially produced. In 210, the countries producing the largest amount of refined cobalt were China, 33,000 tons, Finland, 9,300 and Zimbabwe, 50,000. The largest producers of refined cobalt include OM Group, Shirit International, Extrata Vehicle and Junction Group. Now we discuss health effects of cobalt. This is toxicity. The cobalt nanoparticles can be toxic at multiple levels through direct or dissolution medicated mechanisms. MNPS and dissolved cobalt ions can covalently bond the heme group. Hematologic toxicity. Heme group means the group of atoms which carry the oxygen. It can harm the eyes, skin, heart, and lungs. Exposure to cobalt may cause cancer. The level of harm depends upon the dose, duration, and work. Recycling of cobalt. Recycling of cobalt is needed with a view to help environmentally minded companies keep metal out of landfills so these materials can find new life in new production processes. Cobalt is fundamental to many industries as it enables technological development and contribute to a low carbon dioxide future. Recycling cobalt saves energy that otherwise gets consumed when drilling for ore, refining and other processes in the manufacturing cycles. And the last slide is include about reference. Thank you.